And then we became engaged after like a week, I think. It was passion, getting caught up in the moment, being young and in love, young, dumb, full of cum. I spent about 7 years apart or so, give or take. I had gotten out of a long-term relationship. Like, I feel like everybody can relate to this. When you get out of a relationship, the exes come out of the woodwork, even if you haven't announced it. That's
what is going on, people? We are back again with another Wait, what? We are back again with another edition of Moving Mad. Yeah, that's the one. I forgot my own freaking lines. Can you believe it? I can. But anyway, we are here with Ashley. Ashley is a part of season 10. And you know what though? Ashley is somewhat of a character. So her and her guy, from what I understand, they got engaged after pretty much a week, the first time they met. Didn't work out because of the long distance. So therefore they spent 7 years apart, of where she was in a relationship with somebody else. And then literally after a week of her breaking up with her ex, boom, my man pops up again. And then all of a sudden, what happens? They reconnect and then boom, they're engaged again just like that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, I don't know what she's talking about. Everybody can relate to the fact that when you break up with someone, an ex will pop up. Maybe that happens. But it's never happened for me. Not really. If anything, if an ex has popped up, an ex is more likely popped up once I've got into a relationship or once I've started talking to somebody. You know what I mean? Or once I've started to get serious with someone. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, that's when you could happen for me personally. Just want to put it out there. But either way though, that doesn't matter because an ex is an ex and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And in this situation here, an ex is an ex and that's all that matters. So why the hell was she not paying attention to the fact that he is an ex? It didn't work out 7 years ago. So why is it going to work out now? And you know what most wildest thing is? There's been no improvements to their relationship since then. Do you know why? Because back then they couldn't make it work because of the long distance. But now they're back together. But there were some truths being hidden. Let's get into them.
This is what he says, okay? He tells me that it's easier for him to tell her when he gets here so that she's not worried about him traveling so far away and all of that.
Yes. This is my point. What improvements have been made in the past 7 years? We are in a situation where she is dealing with a man that withheld information and she's aware of it so much that she worries that maybe he's also withheld information from her. But you know what though? That isn't even the pinnacle of it. That's not even the cherry on top. It is one thing that this man has decided to come all the way to America, but has not told his mother, because the question was, why do you think Manuel has not told his mother about him coming to the States? And the reasons that Ashley gave are those reasons. But also on top of those reasons, she also added that because of that, I do worry about him not telling me anything. Okay? About him withholding things from me at times. But like I said before, that's not even the cherry on top.
Like witchcraft are foreign to Manuel and they also have a negative connotation. But this is not just what I do. This is who I am. This is my lifestyle. So I am worried about how he's going to conceive it all.
The cherry on top is that, well, she's not exactly true for herself. She also withheld information as well. So while she's worried about the fact that he may be doing it to her, she's doing it to him and she knows that she's doing it to him. So tell me, what has improved since the first time? You know, usually when people break up and things don't work out and then they decide to reconnect, it's usually because within that time that they've been apart, they have both grown. Okay? They have both grown to a point where they think that, you know what, it could actually work right now. Now, if one person has grown, it doesn't work. You both need to grow in some type of capacity that's going to work for you, right? These two, I can't sit and tell you that they haven't grown, but I can definitely tell you that even though they have a history, they're still not in a place where they can be honest with one another. And the fact that they can't even be honest with one another about their intentions or whatever, well, then that's a big problem. Because what's the point of being with an ex if you can't even have trust from the bat? If personally for me, if I was to reconnect with an ex, it's because there's going to be a level of trust that we didn't have before because of where we've grown or whatever. We are reconnected because we want to be completely honest about where we are, what we expect, where we want to go, all that kind of stuff. We don't want to hold back like maybe we did before because of whatever it was that made us do it in the past. But as you can see right here, these two here, well, I say these two. Right now, we know 100% that she's with her information. We don't know if Manuel is doing that 100%. We're just going off that based on what she's saying. But hey.
Transparency. That's all we want.
Yeah.
If shit does not go the way that I see fit, I am prepared to bounce.
Although I do respect her attitude with the fact that if things don't work out, she's ready to bounce, I don't respect it because you see, it goes back to the point I've been making already. Why are you two together if you're not at a stage where there's more security within the way you both feel? If there is no security in the fact that you can see yourselves both going the distance, what is the whole point of him leaving his country for the first time ever. And we're not talking about him just leaving a country where it's just like a direct flight. He had to get up from one flight to another flight. Like, listen, I think there's like 2 or 3 stops. It's a long freaking journey. Okay, you would think that 2 people in that position would be at least taking that gamble based on the fact that they feel some level of security. Now, of course, even though you have that level of security, you feel like things are going to go far, it doesn't mean that things are going to work out, right? But at least having that feeling makes things feel right. But instead, we're not in that situation. We're in a situation of, you know what? Let's go back 7 years ago when we met. We got engaged after a week. And then I went back to the States, and guess what? It didn't work out because the long distance was difficult. I went to a whole nother relationship for 7 years. Didn't work out. He then reappears after a freaking week. And then we're like, you know what? Just like the first time, let's just fall in love again, if that's what you want to call it. And then boom, bam, we're engaged again. Just as quick as the first time. But this time I'm going to come all the way over here to the States so I can actually be with you. But in that whole time of them getting to know each other the first time, they didn't clearly. And then this whole new time of them getting to know each other again, they clearly haven't. You know, for somebody who is a witch, I mean, I know nothing about witches personally, right? But I'm just going to assume, so if I'm wrong, it is what it is. But I would assume that witches usually they make choices that is based on clarity. Usually they make choices on things that maybe they see depending on the type of witches. I don't know, but I would think that they would make choices based on something that is rather more secure than unsecure. So the fact that she does that, so the fact that she's making choices based on being unsecure makes me kind of question, like, so what kind of witch are you? Yeah, I mean, if I was to go to a witch, I would want to go to a witch that's more clued up than this one here. Moving like a complete donut. Yeah. But listen, man, like I said, I don't know nothing about witches. I'm just going by the way she's behaving. The way she's behaving is very worrying. Yeah. Oh, and also at the same time, given the fact that she was in a relationship for a whole freaking 7 years with somebody else and it didn't work out, you would think that before she goes into another commitment, she'd make sure that a lot of things have lined up properly. A lot of things are screaming security, feelings, finances, physicality, you name it, anything that screams security, you think should be in that position to be putting it out there. But why is she not doing that? Interesting. Very interesting.
Scenarios papers can get approved. Like tomorrow his visa expires. It could take just one officer having a bad day. I think I'm having a panic attack. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
So his visa runs out tomorrow, but he's only gonna be landing today. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? There's nothing planned out about this relationship. And now she's having a whole panic attack because she hasn't heard from him. But she's gonna go to the airport anyway and hope that he's there. But on the way there, as you see, she has a complete panic attack. I have no words for this woman. No words at all. So you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that. We'll just wait until next week and see what happens. But goddamn, this woman is crazy. 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 Which must mean that Manuel must be Manuel, depending on how you say it. But he must be crazy too, yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing him because goddamn, their relationship really looks like it's in the bin, to be honest with you, and it hasn't even started yet on the show. I don't know who's got the worst relationship so far, Sophie and Rob or these two. I would say Gino and Jasmine, but we're used to them now, so they're not even included. You know what I mean? Let's just forget about them. You know? To be fair, their relationship feels more secure than Sophie and Rob's and these two here, Ashley and Manuel. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.